What's up, guys? If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, please smash that like button on the video and enjoy the show. We confirmed that, right? We're having in Pena and Murphy,
Yep.
Right? Yeah, so the guys who were down there, my friend Ken McGee was on the team with Pena and Murphy, who ended up being the subjects of Narcos, the show. But, you know, they were down there a long time. Like, Ken was down there, I think, like 7 years straight or something like that in Colombia, just in the middle of a war. And they're, you know, no disrespect, but it's like they're DEA agents. You don't think of it this way, but at the time they kind of had to be. And then they're calling in, I guess, backup in the form of men who bring bullets and death as necessary.
I mean, I don't know if they even have enough people to pull that mission all by themselves. You know, if it be at that point in time, because that's a monster. That whole thing is just so massive. I mean, I don't even know where you'd begin to take the whole thing out. Is a whole different matter. I don't even know.
Did you ever, like you said, if you were in the middle of a mission, which this never happened as you put it, but you know, after things happen a year later, years later, and you see maybe where the pieces of that one mission fell on the board with some big chessboard of foreign affairs or policy that some dudes in Langley maybe were making, did you ever have questions about the strategy or whether or not that was just or fair?
No, I don't think so. That's kind of hard to say because the battlefield and the logistical piece of that is so freaking gigantic too. You know, when you have a bunch of different entities involved, and then you got all these different special operations units involved, and all this other stuff. There's so many pieces together that I don't even know if you'd ever know that they're tied together unless you just knew they happen in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many big chunks happening at all times, and there's a lot of like at the peak of Iraq and Afghanistan. You know, there's everybody known to man over there. I mean, not just our country, but everybody else's country's got their guys there too.
Oh yeah,
and we're doing all these combined operations. So I don't think you'd ever be able to tie them together to find out. Really, they're just too massive. I could do it within special forces, but then if I went in and tried to do the navies and everybody else's, I don't think I could do it. But I never did question much of that. And most of the time, luckily, I don't know about everybody else, but most of the time for special forces and higher, they don't really tell us how to do it. They just tell us the end result. They want to end state. Like this guy is somewhere in Basra, for instance. This is why we got it. The British know there's a guy there. He did some stuff he shouldn't have done, blew up some stuff. We need to make him go away or bring him in, one of the two. And the Brits going to help you, SAS. Okay, do we have any clue where he's at? Nope. Do what you do. All right, then we just
go find him.
But see, that ain't my primary mission. It's one of my missions, so I'm still hunting down dozens of other people, and I'm just waiting for all this stuff to culminate. And we got people that are giving us intel also that we just put that with ours, and we just build, you know, like a big storyboard or spotter chart or something, and then we run across them. And in this particular case, the Brits got the pop on it, and they asked us if we want to go with them, and we literally just got into Basra on this one, and it's back in the cowboy days, man, where you know anything goes. And there's only 3 of us there because we were a forward party, so we hopped in there with them, went down there, and they did the hit, and ran inside the house, and there's 8 dudes. Well, first of all, they blew up the gate off the house next to it because we weren't sure which house. They're getting the signal off of it. Blew the gate off this one like four blocks of C4. They do pee for plenty now. One of those times where you set a charge, you run around the block to set it off, and it moves your hair.
Yeah.
Came back, hit this house.
I don't say that like I know from experience, but I'm picturing it.
You normally can stay in a stack when you blow a door, you know what I mean? No, you're not blowing it with them guys. And so it blows. We run in there. Wrong house. Must be the one next to it. But the house next to it is like this big 4-story tall, beautiful home, all this other stuff. And so I was like, we probably should have chose that one first now that I'm looking back. And so we go in there, hit this house, blow the gate off, then blow the door off, and there's 8 dudes asleep in the living room. And I'm like, so let me see. We just blew up 4 blocks of C4, half a block away. We blew the gate off this house, and we just blew it up with a triple wrap on this front door of stuff. And you're telling me these guys are asleep?
There we go. Now we got it.
So we walk in there, and here's the 8 dudes asleep. here's the big shelves over here, and there's all these plastic bags with like laptops and money. And these guys are dead asleep. Here we are just standing looking down. And I'm like, no, get up. What are you doing?
Day.
So we got them up, and one of them was in the back. They gave us some photos of the guy we wanted. So I pull this out of my deal, and I look at all of them, got them up against the wall. We're looking at them. I was like, nope. Dadgummit, it's not him. And also my boy calls in the back. Come back here, check this one. There's one back in the back hiding. Went back there. Oh,
there
look
he
at
is.
that. Number one most wanted, where we were at and all this off this blacklist. Had them send us a guy out, bringing the rest of the list with photos and all this stuff from our people. And here's 7 more that are on that freaking list. But they're set. This is like
That's the
8
jackpot.
of 15. So, there's like 3 top 3 right off the bat. And I said, oh, yeah, you're F now. I mean, you're going, everybody's going with, all y'all are coming with.
You're going to school.
Yeah. You had all that money.
They woke up that day thinking it was going to be good. They went to bed and not so
today.
Much.
Not good.
Not a good day.
And you knew they were up to something because there was no cars there. And there's all these people, and But the cool thing was we were staying in this building. There's these Australians in the bottom, command structure. And we had like a fire pit out there. And we had these bags of money. I don't know. If you added it up, it's probably $500,000. And it's like hundreds, though. They're all, they're fake. So we're in there hitting them with a marker. You don't watch the TV. Choop, choop, choop. They're all bad. So we put them back in the bag, and they're down there they're cooking out, what I said? And I was like, we're just eating with them and stuff. And they're like, man, we ain't got any more firewood. And I was like, hold on. I ran back over there, and I said, here's how we do. Boom. Boom. I just started throwing these freaking big old wads of $100 bills. They're like, oh, my God.
This guy's crazy.
I was like, it's getting burned tomorrow either way, so I might as well do something cool with it. So it freaked them out for about 10 minutes.
Did you do any jobs like plainclothes?
Yeah, lots of jobs.
So you did. So in your training, did you do a lot of surveillance training as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. It's levels. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say, but it's from here to up here somewhere, depending on how far you go with it. And I still do it. I help teach it now, as a matter of fact, as a contractor.
No shit.
I help test them on it, is what I really do mostly. And once they're trained to do it, I come back, and me and a lot of other people, we test them on their skill sets and all that. And that's about all I can talk about that part. But you go through all this different stuff and how to do it and how to surveil and how to know when you're being looked at also. And how when you're looking at somebody to see if you're looking at this guy, is somebody else looking at you, counter surveillance.
Oh, yeah.
Because you start doing stupid stuff, watching this guy, and somebody else that knows their stuff can watch and tell that you're staring at him. So you got to be able to do all this without them knowing all these things are happening, And just like anything, I mean, gangsters do it all the time,
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. So that's nothing super secret. It's just being good at it is the trick.
Did you do the training where they take you into the city and throw you in the middle of people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did. Did one where they put us in hotels and they come back and all your stuff's missing out of the hotel. And you're just like, okay. You don't even know what's going on now. I was like, I don't even know where I'm supposed to live. And you're kicked out. So I don't get to stay in this hotel any longer. And all my crap's gone. That's cool. Start walking down the road, just pouring down rain. So
You got to figure it out.
Here we go. And then some guys snatch you up in a van.
Wait, what do you mean they snatch you up in a van? You just threw that one in there real soft.
Oh, well, you have nowhere to go. You don't really know what to do. So to add to it and try to make it really, really relentless, they just pull up next to you in a van and snatch you up and put you in there and drive you around, maybe dump you out somewhere else, interrogate you a little bit in there, just kind of add to some fun.
They give you the little chloroform for good taste?
I tell you what, it'd make it a lot nicer if they did. Anything would have been better than that because half of them are sitting on you and they're just kind of trying to make your life suck a little bit, and they throw your butt right back out somewhere else. And
Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.